Hello, my friends. One of the great things about the rise of social media and just the fact that we all have a video camera in our pocket ready to go at a moment's notice is that we, as in humanity, have been able to capture great moments of audacity and entitlement. This is Mariah, and I'll explain how I know that at the end of the video, but this situation captures both great audacity and great entitlement. So we'll watch the entire thing, it's just a few minutes long, and then I'll dissect it at the end. But before we get started, I want to give a little PSA, just in case there's somebody out there, like Mariah, that doesn't know this. When you see stripes next to a handicapped parking spot, they are there for a specific reason. In fact, they are there for this specific reason, and that's usually where the ramp is. But it's also for like van accessibility or wheelchair accessibility so that you can maneuver, the wheelchair or the walker or whatever and get the person into the vehicle. It gives them that extra space. That's why you're not supposed to park there, obviously. But apparently Mariah just never got that memo. So let's just see what happens when an unstoppable force, aka somebody else in the world needing something, meets an immovable object, aka Mariah's entitlement. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.
You're in a disabled parking spot, and my husband...
You see the parking spot's right there. Hey, I offered to move, just so you know, this lady's nuts. God, what a waste. You're a waste of space at this point, asshole. Fuck off! No, now you're going to victim? No, now your woman's a Mitch. These people are harassing me for being parked in stripes. They're like, this is handicapped. It's not. I live here, so I'm getting my dog. And they're fucking recording me. Yeah, come please. People are coming.
Perfect. She's in a disabled parking spot.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm trying to let her leave, and she won't. And he can't get off the sidewalk. And she's yelling profanities.
Let's just go.
Life's too short.
God.
Hey, sir. You should put your wife on a leash. Put her on a leash.
God.
I pay a lot of money to live here.
You're way too pretty to live here. You should be living in a house.
I have a house. I have multiple houses.
Go then. Go.
Well, that's fine. I'm just
My
wanting to know.
husband can't get off the sidewalk.
I have so many followers on TikTok. I'm going to post you guys.
Oh my God, please do. And please tag me so I can tag you and show people what kind of person you are. Because
pause and say this. I'm going to pause and say this. You see these cameras?
God.
Those cameras record everything because I live here.
Just move.
Hey, sir.
Just move so we can leave.
I'm sorry, I did not know. And we could have had that conversation if your wife was calling. I did not know. I told you when I came right out 5 minutes. Like, I was trying to come out. I just brought my dog.
Can you
I
please just
I think
move?
he's just trying to leave those things.
I know,
back
that's what I
up.
told him. At this point, I'm apologizing to let him know.
It's all good.
Just go.
I am.
Go down, right? You trying to go down?
No, I
Yeah.
wasn't just holding it. His wife didn't even explain that.
It's all good. He's just trying to go down.
It's just annoying.
I hear you, but I just go down and let him go, right? It's hot, right? You want to get out of the sun, right?
Hey, sir, get your bitch on a leash.
God.
I'm not. I would have moved if they did that. I'm moving now. I am. I'm sorry I didn't know. Okay?
Literally parked in a disabled parking spot.
So yeah, obviously there is a lot to unpack there. And the fact that she would park in a striped off spot at all shows at least a little bit of entitlement, even if her intention was only to be there for a minute. And just so you understand why this is a problem, he can't get his wheelchair off the sidewalk because she is blocking the one ramp down. That's why those stripes are there, is because there's a ramp here. She says that she offered to move.
I offered to move. Just so you know, this lady's fucking nuts.
But if that's true, then why didn't she? It sounds to me like that's all they want is for her to move. And we see her enter and leave her car several times, and she could have moved any of those times, and she refuses. So I don't buy it. I don't buy that she offered to move and the person recording just wouldn't let her. That sounds really stupid. And we don't know what was said before the recording started, but the lady seems pretty calm to me. So she showed a little bit of entitlement by parking there, but it probably could have been forgiven if when they said, hey, you need to move, she said, my bad, got out of the way, no harm, no foul. But not only did she not do that, when she was told to move, she turns to the guy in the wheelchair and calls him a waste of space.
You're a waste of space at this point, asshole!
Now that takes things to an entirely different level of audacity and entitlement. She feels so entitled to do whatever she wants that the mere idea that somebody else might inconvenience her or tell her no made her so angry that she would tell a disabled person they are a waste of space. And so you might say, you know, in the grand scheme of things, this is not that big of a deal, right? This is kind of a nothing burger. The couple lost 10, 15 minutes of time. Nobody got hurt, whatever. But this shows what type of person she is. And she is the type of person who, under any circumstances, would turn to somebody in a wheelchair and call them a waste of space. It doesn't matter what else is happening. It takes a certain type of person to be able to do that. Then she starts saying, they're harassing me for being parked in stripes.
These people are harassing me for being parked in stripes. They're like, this is handicapped.
Well, first of all, they can't harass you for being parked in the stripes if you get the hell out of there. If you would just move, but you're clearly not doing that. You're just sitting there. And then she says, I live here.
I live here, so I'm getting my dog.
As though that gives her the right to park in a spot that you're obviously not supposed to be parking in. And then the smug look on her face when she sees that somebody's coming over. Look at this.
People are coming.
Perfect.
She is convinced that they're going to be on her side, right? She is sitting there still in the stripes, still parked there. And she's like, you're going to get it now. What? I can't figure out how you get to this much entitlement. She just feels like she can do whatever she wants. Probably because she has been able to do whatever she wants her whole life, and nobody has ever told her no. So we get to this point where she's in the car. All she has to do is put it in reverse, but she just can't be an adult about anything. She just has to be an asshole one more time for no reason.
Hey, sir, you should put your wife on a leash. Put her on a leash.
All right, and she's about to leave, but she thinks of something very clever.
I pay a lot of money to live here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She pays a lot of money to live there. You know what she doesn't pay a lot of money for? Parking in the stripes. Because you can't do that, no matter how much money you pay to live there. But honestly, I am not surprised at all that she pulls that card, right? That she decides to say, I pay a lot of money. Because to her, your flashy things and how you look is far more important than who you are as a person.
You're way too pretty to live here. You should be living in a house.
I have a house. I have multiple houses.
Go then. Go.
Well, that's fine.
So I'm not really sure what she was getting at when she said, you're too pretty to live here, you should be in a house or something. But I'd like to think it's kind of a little bit of a troll, you know, like, but you're just so pretty. Shouldn't you be in like a mansion or something? But of course, her response is, actually, I have lots of houses But the lady recording says, well, then go there. If you've got other places to live, go bother people at that location.
Go.
That's fine. I just want
My
you to know,
husband
I'm
can't
gonna
get
put you
off
on-
the sidewalk.
I have so many followers on TikTok. I'm gonna post you guys.
Oh my God, please do. And please tag
I'm
me
gonna-
so I can tag you and show people what kind of person you are, because
So real quick before I get into that stupidity, notice one thing that has not happened. She has not moved. There is nobody blocking her, nobody making her stay, and yet she's getting out of the car again. But of course she says, I've got all the followers on TikTok and I'm going to post you. So not only is that childish, right? I've got so many followers, but she is still convinced that everybody's going to be on her side, that she is in the right here, while she is still in the stripes. She is not moving. And remember, this is the person who on camera called a person in a wheelchair a waste of space. And that is entitlement in a nutshell, right? She thinks that she can just do whatever and nobody can stop her. In fact, if anybody tries to stop her, they are in the wrong and they should be shamed for having the audacity to tell the main character no.
Let me say this. I'm gonna pause this. You see these cameras?
Door.
Those cameras record everything because I live here.
Yeah, and you know what they're recording and what they've been recording this whole time? Your car parked in a striped area. It is that simple. No matter what else is going on, she's parked where she's not supposed to be, period. She's in the wrong. And the guy in the wheelchair is clearly in distress. He's struggling to communicate, and all she has to do is just shut up and leave. But she just refuses. She just has to keep saying more things that are not helping. So then she comes and starts talking to the guy and acting real condescending while pretending to be apologetic. But I do want to point out how perfect it is that she drives a BMW SUV, because of course she does. If I had only heard the audio of this encounter and you asked me what vehicle I think she drives, I would have said BMW or Lexus SUV. So yeah, it's a perfect fit for her. But anyway, so she's pretending to apologize, but what she says is, I didn't know, right? And what she's getting at is that she didn't know she was blocking the ramp.
Hey, sir.
just move
Can I
so we
say,
can leave.
I'm sorry. I did not know. And we could have had that conversation if your wife was calling. I did not know.
So yeah, first of all, she says, we could have had that conversation if your wife was calm. She hasn't said hardly anything. She has just been standing there, and the only thing she said is, you should probably live in a house because you're so pretty, and we just want you to leave. That's it. So I just think she hates being told no, or told that she can't do something. But the craziest part about that is her saying that she didn't know. So let's break that down. She's parked in a spot that she knows she's not supposed to be. There's a guy in a wheelchair on the sidewalk, and they're asking her to move. What is there to figure out? That seems pretty obvious what's going on there, but this is the entitlement. She needs a valid reason why she should be asked to move from a place she's not supposed to be in the first place. She thinks, if I'm going to be inconvenienced by being forced to move out of a place I'm not supposed to be in the first place, I'm going to need a damn good reason, and you're going to need to explain it to me, rather than just either figuring it out herself or just saying, okay, right? That's just the normal human, decent thing to do. If somebody in a wheelchair or their family, or really just anybody, honestly, asks you to move in a situation like this, you just say, okay. But not Mariah. And again, I will explain how I know her name in just a minute.
Just go.
I am.
Go down, right? You trying to go down?
No, I
Yeah.
wasn't just holding it. His wife didn't even explain that.
It's all good. He's just trying to go down.
It's just annoying.
I hear you, but like I just go down and let him go, right?
And of course, again, she says, his wife didn't even explain it. You don't need an explanation when you're parked where you're not supposed to be, period. You just didn't need an explanation. You should have just moved. I like how the guy's just trying to be nice after she says, it's just annoying, and she didn't explain anything. And he's just like, yeah, I mean, I get it, but you could just go, you know, like that's probably the best thing to do right now is just go, skedaddle. There's nothing stopping you from going. So that's what you should do. But she can't just do that, right? She can't just get in her car and be an adult and leave. She has to get one more jab in and just be an asshole one more time.
Hey, sir, get your bitch on a leash. I'm not. I would have moved if they did that. I'm moving now. I am.
And luckily somebody else joined in and was like, you should be leaving now. You should go. And she's like, what does it look like I'm doing? I am leaving now, okay? But you could have done that all along. Now, luckily for us, she didn't. She stayed long enough for us to get footage like this and see just what kind of person Mariah is. Now, how do I know her name is Mariah? Well, if you are at all familiar with TikTok, you will know that when a video like this gets posted and shows somebody acting like this, it does not take people very long to figure out who she is and put it in the comments. So the very first comment is her full name and where she works, and the second comment is where she works and the phone number. Now, I'm going to be blurring her last name and the phone number, but this is what happens on TikTok, is this vigilante justice. When somebody's shown to be just a horrible human being, the TikTok comments put them on blast and let their company know just what type of person they are. Now, I don't know if she's like lost her job or anything like that, but this person had a comment saying that the website for her company is down, and I'm pretty sure they were getting review bombed, so you know they've heard about it, they know what's going on. And you might say, maybe somebody doesn't deserve to lose their job over one incident, right? They like to say it was a mistake or a lapse in judgment when something like this happens. But like I said earlier, it's not really about this incident. It's about what somebody's capable of. And if this person is capable of turning to a disabled man in a wheelchair and calling him a waste of space, for really any reason, but especially just because she's being called out for being parked in front of the ramp, for being in the way, for being parked where she's not supposed to be, right? She is breaking the rules, and when she gets called out on it, she calls him a waste of space. Maybe that's not the type of person you want working for you. Maybe she's not a good representative of what you stand for. So while it is a big deal for somebody to lose their job over what amounts to a minute or two long interaction where nobody got hurt necessarily, I just don't know what kind of mentality you have to even be able to think of saying something like that under this circumstance or really any circumstances. So if she does lose her job, honestly, I would not have a problem with that. But I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. I saw it on TikTok while I was doom scrolling one night, and I was just flabbergasted at the audacity and entitlement. I thought you might find it interesting. So I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.